Yo, 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 back with another episode of Queens Bros. It's your host, Joe, and today we are going to talk about some baseball. Let's get into it. Before we start, please hit that like and subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. All right, so it's been a while since I've been on here. I think the last time I came on here was a few weeks ago, maybe even a month ago. There's been a lot of stuff going on in my life. From teaching to coaching to I'm also umpiring now, so I do that on the side. So I didn't have enough time to come on here and do any episodes, but I'm back now. I'm here. Let's do this, and I love doing the show. It's just sometimes it could be a lot when you come to the show, editing and all that gets put into it, and I just had a lot of stuff going on, so I didn't have enough time to do the show. But I'm back. Let's do this. Last time I came on here, so we're going to start off with a little bit of Mets baseball because obviously people know that's my team. And for anybody that follows baseball, even if you don't follow the Mets, you should know what's going on with them right now. And how do I put this gently? It's a circus right now for the New York Mets. What's going on with the Mets is a complete circus. It's a complete embarrassment for the payroll that they have as well. And the way that they are playing, they just look lifeless. They look shot, and they look like they got no energy, no hope, no faith. And us as fans, why should we have faith if they're showing us nothing? They just look so lifeless and so down in the dirt. And today was the icing on the cake. Today was the epitome of what a clown show is. And I'll explain that in a second. Okay? The Mets had a series these last three games against the Los Angeles Dodgers. We all know that they're a good team. Even though they were slumping coming into the series, they were on a 5-game losing streak. They come into this series, and we start off pretty well in the first game. The Mets are up. We're feeling good about ourselves. I don't remember what the score was, but we were up in the ninth inning. And the Mets blew the game. I believe it was Ottavino. We blew the game, and we lose game one. And game two of the doubleheader, the Mets lost 3-0, got shut out. We looked completely lifeless. We looked like we didn't even want to be there. And it was, disgusting. Whatever. We got swept in a doubleheader. It happens. Today was crazy. Today was the epitome of what a clown show is. And I just feel like a lot of our players now are just feeling frustrated as well. And it's not looking good for the New York Mets. And the thing that I'm worried about, like the way things are going, it looks like this team is just not built to even make the playoffs this year. Even with the extra wild card team, they don't look like they're built to make the playoffs this year at all in any way, shape, or form. But my worry is other prospects. Oh my God. Other free agents are going to look at this and be like, all right, why would I want to go to the Mets? Look what's going on over there. Okay. Players are just giving up. Players aren't trying hard. Players are doing this. Players are doing that. And it's just not a good look right now of what's going on. And today, again, like I said, was like the icing on the cake on that. Because Jorge Lopez, let me talk about Jorge Lopez real quick. Jorge Lopez has some serious, how do you call it? Cojones. Is that how you say it? Cojones? He has some serious, what is it? Huevos? Is that how you say it in Spanish, I think? Huevos? In the movie Major League, marbles. You got no marbles. Well, this dude's got marbles, bro. He's got a lot of them because what I saw from him today was freaking crazy. And after the game, we'll get into that of his interview. Dude is crazy. The dude is, what Aaron Booth said, my guy's a complete savage is in the box. This dude's a freaking savage, man. And you got Steve Cohen as an owner. Steve is going to pull the hook after doing stuff like this. So Jorge Lopez, he had a pitch, pissed the ball, and it was a check swing. The umpire said that the batter did not swing. I guess Jorge Lopez got tight. He got pissed. And I don't know, words were exchanged, and then the umpire gave a quick hook. He was like, "You're out of here," and then he started yelling back at him, and things hit the fan. Jorge Lopez started flipping out at him, and then obviously Mendoza came out to get Lopez, and that's when Jorge started walking away. My dude was like, "You know what? F this, screw this." He takes off his glove and he chucks that glove into the crowd for a lucky fan to catch, to maybe give to the Hall of Fame one day. I mean, Hall of Fame ain't taking it, but you know, he could try to make a little quick buck. But yeah, Jorge Lopez throws his glove into the crowd. Some fan catches his glove with his name on it. And then that was it. Jorge Lopez walks away. I don't know if Mendoza talked to him in that situation, but fast forward to the end of the game. Hence, the New York Mets lost this game. They got smoked in the late innings. Smoked. Did we even we went to extras, right, today? I don't even remember, bro. The whole thing is a blur these past few days. But we got smoked. They went off. Ohtani hit a homer. Freeman hit a homer. This guy, it's like freaking Oprah, bro. You get a homer. You get a homer. That's what happened in extra innings today. Everybody was hitting home runs left and right, no matter who was coming in. Just home run after home run. So the game is over. And Jorge Lopez, I guess he had a meeting with Steve Cohen. If I could be a fly on the wall in that meeting, oh my God, I would love to be in that meeting and just hear what Steve was telling this dude about, you know, how disrespectful that is. You shouldn't be doing that. Now, he had an interview. I don't know if this interview was before or after they had this meeting, but this interview was crazy, bro. They interviewed him and they said something like, I think it was Steve Gelbs. Steve Gelbs said something like, "Do you regret throwing the glove into the stands?" And with no hesitation at all, he just lifts up his head and goes, "No." Just like that. With no hesitation, says no. I was shocked by that. I thought he was going to say, "Yeah, you know, I regret what I did. Shouldn't have done it." Dude just flat out says no. And then he goes, "I play for the worst fucking team in the MLB." Something like that. He said it in kind of a weird way. Supposedly there was like a miscommunication about him saying that he's the worst teammate on the worst team in the MLB, something like that. But he pretty much was saying, "I'm on the worst effing team in the MLB." And then at the end of all this, he said, Steve Gelb said, "Can you rephrase that? Like, did you say you're on the worst team in the MLB?" And he says, I think he said like maybe or probably, something like that. What in the world? Like right there, if he didn't get DFA'd before that, he's DFA'd now. There's no way Steve is letting that fly. Steve is not that type of dude. Steve definitely saw that and was like, "All right, yo, call him in, and gave him the hook, bro. Yo, the umpire wasn't the only one ejecting Jorge Lopez today, bro. Steve was like, "Hell nah, this is not going down." But like I told you, this dude has massive cojones, massive huevas. Yeah, I don't even know if I'm saying these words right. I apologize. But he's got massive balls for doing what he did today, bro. That was wild. But nevertheless, it's a clown show. What's going on with the New York Mets? They're 11 games on the 500 now. And this season is looking like a complete wash. Kind of what we all thought it would be. But nevertheless, the Mets seem to only win on Sundays from what's going on because they have like 2 wins in the last 2 weeks. But you want to know the positive? I mean, it's not really a positive for other people, but it's a positive for me, positive for my fiance. The Mets have like 2 wins in the last 2 weeks, right? Do you know what my record is the last 2 weeks going to Met games? And I'll just throw a little hint out there. I've been to 2 Met games in the last 2 weeks. And my record's 2-0. My record is 2-0 the last 2 weeks going to Met games, which means I'm undefeated. And every other day that the Mets have played, the Mets have lost. So I'm throwing this out here to Steve, Alex Cohen, that I might be going to the game on Friday. It's firework night. Pretty cool night to go to the game. I might be going to the game on Friday. If I go to the game on Friday and the New York Mets win the game on Friday, I believe I should be on payroll. I mean, we said all we need to say. I think I'm the good luck charm. I'm the kid from Angels in the Outfield because I prayed for moments like these. The only problem is I'm not going to every game. I prayed that the Mets will win it all this year. Well, I do that every year, to be honest, and the Mets have never won in my lifetime, so the praying hasn't really been working. But I prayed this year, hoping the Mets could go to the World Series. Every single time I make a birthday wish when it's my birthday, because they say wishes come true when it's your birthday, my wish is always the same wish. And you got to remember, I'm getting married this year. I haven't had kids yet. I could have wished for, something along the lines going forward, but my wish is always the same. It's always, can the Mets win the World Series? And it's never happened still. However, again, I prayed. I'm not seeing no Angels like how they do in Angels in the Outfield, but I was at the game the last 2 days. What's it called? The Mets had 2 wins the last 2 weeks. I'm just saying, they won both of them. So I'm going to the game on Friday. If the Mets win on Friday, I believe something's got to be done. You got to hit up Mendoza. You got to have me sit right next to Mendoza. I be giving him signals. All right. Signals, play by play. All right. And I think we need to take care of things. Okay. Because I'll sit right next to Mendoza. I'll give Mendoza signals. All right. Signals. And we'll make things happen. Because I may be a good luck charm. Me, possibly my fiance, because she's been with me. And both those games were also walk-offs. We were losing both of them. We came back, and they were walk-offs. So, again, this is a one-time deal. If the Mets win on Friday with me at the game, they're going to be 3-0 with me this month. And it's the only 3 wins they pretty much had in the entire month. And I was at all of them. So, think about it, guys. All right, we need to come back. We need something to happen. Jorge Lopez is gone, and I could be the good luck charm that we need. Okay, so, the Angels, not the Angels, sorry. That's this one. The Athletics have kind of a major league situation going on, right? Why can't we have an Angels in the Outfield situation going on? And I could be the boy. I can be Joseph Gordon-Levitt and help this team, win it all by being the Mets good luck charm. It's happened before. So think about it. But yeah. And that's pretty much all there is to talk about the New York Mets, because other than that, it's dreadful, bro. Yo, they are all just playing horrible. And the way it's going, Pete Alonso, my guy, if you don't start hitting the baseball and you start, if you don't start actually producing and doing more than just hitting home runs, you're not going to get paid. Well, you're gonna get paid, but you're not gonna get what you're hoping for. The Mets offered you a contract, from what we all heard, this offseason. I think it was like $170-something million. And you declined it. You're not getting more than that, my guy, especially if you're hitting the way you're hitting right now. Okay, because let's be real, bro. Like, I love Pete. He's a homegrown Met, but he's not better than Freddie Freeman. He's not better than, some of the stars that are out there, because he doesn't really hit anything but home runs. Like, he doesn't hit much doubles. He strikes out a good amount, and he's really not the greatest first baseman on the field either. So I don't think Pete is worth that much money, how much he's hoping to get. And I know he has Scott Boras as his agent, so Scott's going to try to get him as much money as possible. But remember, man, that doesn't always pan out, because look at some of the free agents this offseason who waited, and then they got less money. So you got to be smart about that. You got to think about that. Like, it might not work out if I try to take this kind of route, try to get as much money as possible, and then, I'm left with this, because Pete Alonso was offered a pretty good deal. You know, in my opinion, he should have took it, but he did what he did. He bet on himself, and right now he's not performing, so he's not going to get anything close to that number as of now. But there's still a good amount of time left in the season, so we'll see what happens. But other than that, bro, there's nothing else to talk about Mets baseball other than it's been a complete disaster, train wreck to this point in the season. And that's it. Let's revert to another team and go into the Atlanta Braves. Now, we all know my hatred for the Atlanta Braves. However, you have to feel for them because the injuries that they are taking right now is tough, bro. They had Strider go down in the beginning of the year, and now Ronald Acuna with his second major ACL injury, and he is out for the season. And the Braves now have to go on without Strider and Acuna for this season, and that is a tough blow. In my opinion, pretty much solidifies the Philadelphia Phillies as the NL East champions of 2024 because I just don't see the Braves coming back from this to be able to top the Phillies. Now, the Braves will still win the wild card, and anything can happen from there, but I just don't see them topping the Phillies, especially after Ronald Acuna being out for the year, because that is a tough blow. And, you know, you can't come, you know, that's a superstar that you're just losing just like that. Just think about the Yankees losing Juan Soto. It's just not the same team without that guy. So I feel for that team, bro. I definitely feel for that team. Going on to the New York Yankees, they are playing great baseball. Juan Soto is a complete animal right now, bro. He's a complete animal. I haven't seen this from Juan Soto since, you know, those early years of the Nationals. He hasn't had a year like this one so far. Now, again, it's only, we're going into June soon, but he is tearing the cover off the baseball. Juan Soto is a complete monster right now, and teams don't want to mess with him. Teams don't want to deal with Juan Soto right now because he's that good, and he is killing the baseball, you know, and yeah, like think about it. The Yankees were trash last year, and now they're one of the best teams in baseball because Juan Soto's here, and Juan Soto is complete, changed his team around, changed the caliber of the team around, and he's just crushing the ball. And I got to be honest, I said that I didn't think Juan Soto was going to get $600 million this year. I thought he was going to get in the fives. Again, depending on the year he's having. If he keeps going the way he's going right now, I would not be shocked if he got high sixes and nearing the sevens, man. I wouldn't be shocked at all because what he's doing right now is insanity. It's pretty special. And I think a lot of teams are going to be in the running to try to get him. And Juan Soto said, you know, a few weeks ago, I found it very interesting, by the way, that this comment from Juan Soto came right after Hal Steinbrenner said that they're going to be cutting payroll, where Juan Soto said that any team is in play for next year. Found that very interesting, by the way. But yeah, he said any team's in play for next year. I don't really know what that means. I've always thought that Juan Soto is all about the money, especially when he turned that deal down from the Nationals, that huge mega deal that he turned down right after they won the World Series. So I believe he's all about the money, and when you have Scott Boras as your agent, you're always all about the money. That's how it is. That's, you know, that's just how it is. But it's going to be a very fun offseason when it comes to Juan Soto because there's going to be a lot of teams in the running. I don't know if he loves the Yankees so much where he knows he's already going back to them. Now, everything's all sunshine and roses when you're winning. The Yankees are winning. So he definitely loves playing for the Yankees right now, of course. And I know that, you know, the Bronx has a big Dominican, a lot of Dominicans in the Bronx. You have a lot of Dominicans coming to the Yankee game. So he definitely loves that where, you know, it kind of feels close to home. But I don't know, you know, what he's going to do in the offseason. All I could tell you is I really hope Steve Cohen puts down a mega bid for him. Now, if he doesn't want to come because of the fiasco that's going on with the Mets, I totally understand that. But I think Steve Cohen needs to put in a major bid for Juan Soto because the Mets don't have a superstar. That's just how I feel. There's just no superstar. There's no fight in the Mets, and I think Juan Soto could change a lot of that around. Now, I'm not saying just getting him, we're going to be a completely different team, just like the Yankees did this year, but it helps. It can't hurt, and we'll have him for a long time, build around him, and try to get back to your winning ways. All right? Other than that, that's all we got for today, guys. I appreciate you all. Like I told you, please hit that like and subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Peace out, guys. Have a good one.